As I rode into Tombstone, my horse's name was Mac. I saw what I'll relate to you going on behind my back. It seems the folks were up in arms, a man now had to die for believing things that didn't fit the laws they'd put aside. The man's name was I'm a Freak, best that I could see. He was an executioner, a hangman just like me. I guess he'd seen the loopholes from working with his rope. Well, he'd hung the wrong man many times, so now he turned to hope. He talked to all the people from his scaffold in the square. He told them of the things he'd seen, but they didn't seem to care. He said the laws were obsolete and a change they should demand. But the people only walked away and he could not understand. The marshal's name was Uncle Sam. He said he'd right this wrong. Well, he'd make the hangman shut his mouth if it took him all day long. He finally arrested Freak and then he sent for me to hang my fellow hangman from a fellow hangman's tree. Well, it didn't take them long to try them in their court of law. He was guilty of thinking a crime much worse of all. They sentenced him to die so his seed of thought can't spread and infect the little children. That's what the law had said. Well, the hanging day came around and he stepped up to the noose. I pulled the lever, but before he fell I cut him loose. They called it all a conspiracy and said I had to die. So to kill our minds and shut our mouths, they hung us side by side. Now we're two hangmen hanging from a tree. That don't bother me at all. We're two hangmen hanging from a tree. That don't bother me at all. We're two hangmen hanging from a tree. That don't bother me at all. Yes, we're two hangmen hanging from a tree. That don't bother me at all. Yes, we're two hangmen hanging from a tree. That don't bother me at all. We're two hangmen hanging from a tree. That don't bother me at all. Two hangmen hanging from a tree. That don't bother me at all.